Welcome back to Flick Favorites. I'm going to explain an action, sci-fi, thriller film from 2007, titled Next. The movie has great action and great effects. Spoilers ahead. Enjoy the content. Frank Cadillac is on stage playing as a magician. An attractive young woman is persuaded to join Frank on stage by Frank as he approaches a table. He predicts that the lady's necklace will fall into her drink in a couple of seconds since she is wearing one. So it continues. He is being watched by Kelly and Kavanaugh, who is with her. He questions whether she is sincere and asks why they are pursuing clowns. Frank exits the stage and enters a casino. He argues that while most magicians are fakes, there are few who are real. Additionally, he asserts that because he doesn't make much money on Wednesday evenings, he gambles. However, he keeps things straightforward by just playing against machines and avoiding making huge wagers. He can keep coming back in this manner. He finally admits that he has the ability to predict what will happen in the following 2 minutes. But because he is not a deity, he is unable to predict the future. He has no way of knowing what will occur. While he is playing blackjack, the casino security officers are watching over his table and recognize him as a magician. They are unsure if he is being humorous with them. Over the radio, the security guards converse and point a few guards toward his table. As everything is about to happen, Frank sees and gets up from the table. He informs us that the future is unpredictable and subject to change. And as you look at it, it changes, making it unpredictable. Frank sees a guy trying a heist and shooting 2 people in the near future while traveling. He disarms that person in the present and stops him from carrying out his plan. Frank is being pursued by casino security, but he keeps his composure and eludes them all. When he exits the casino, security calls the police, and 2 patrol vehicles go after him. But once more, no one can catch him. When Kelly is reviewing the video from the casino's cameras, she says that Frank is an expert at what he's doing. He has been pursued by her for 2 months, but he always escapes. The police chief tells her that a nuclear weapon has been stolen, and that they should send every agent to look for it rather than hunting some supernatural wizard. She informs him that if they can catch this man, they might be able to exploit his powers to do things that are statistically impossible for him to do. The police chief gives her a 5-day window to contact him but decides she could be correct and leaves. Frank enters a garage with his stolen car and is met by an old man called Irv. They shoot pool. Frank pretends not to have noticed when Irv asks if the watch has changed back to the right time. Irv appears to be the only one who is aware of Frank's exceptional abilities. Kelly, who is observing Frank's motions, deduces that he must be gazing at least 15 seconds into the future. He expects the police to show up shortly, and Irv tells him to flee. In his response, he says he'll wait to hear what they want. Kelly enters on his own and asks for help finding a nuclear weapon. She threatens to have him arrested if he doesn't help her, despite Frank's protestations that it doesn't work that way. When the police show up, Frank goes back to the present and runs away. The next day, he goes back to the restaurant and records the time. Liz enters and takes a seat. She is the woman he has been waiting for. Soon after, her ex-boyfriend arrives and starts harassing her. To determine the best course of action for getting him in with Liz, Frank looks into the future. He stops her ex-boyfriend from talking and stays still while being pummeled. His car has been stolen, he says, introducing himself as Cris Johnson, his real name. Liz offers to drive him somewhere. In the drive, they talk about their future. She asserts that she doesn't know whether fate exists and that she has no desire to find out because life should be unexpected. Cris thinks it would be beneficial, but he keeps his superpowers to himself. 2 of the restaurant staff members are being questioned by Kelly and Kavanaugh in the interim. Cris arrived to the cafe at the same time every day, according to the staff, and ordered a martini while waiting. Up until this morning, when he encountered the woman, the two of them departed together. Kelly and Kavanaugh leave, and they are aware that Cris is being sought after by other individuals as well. In fact, we get to see the evil guys getting a piece of the bomb. They discuss Cris and the necessity to track him down. Cris and Liz are told they cannot go any farther until the next morning because some construction workers are attempting to remove mountain stones off the road at night. They suggest that they go back to a neighboring hotel. They book a room at the hotel where the FBI's main offices are. Liz will sleep at the hotel, while Cris will do so in the vehicle. Cris is spotted by Kelly and Kavanaugh at the FBI's main office. The chief calls everyone together and alerts them to the nuclear bomb's code red situation. Kelly asserts that the situation is critical and that they must use every available tool to find Cris. Both his whereabouts and how to find him are known. The criminals instruct their men to follow the police cars as soon as they notice them deploying. They'll get to Cris that way. Cris turns to face Liz as she exits the motel's shower. He comes up with a magic move that turns a piece of paper into a flower. When he offers her the flower, they kiss, and they start to feel attracted to one another. They will then lay in one another's arms once they are finished. Liz makes the suggestion that fate could actually exist after all. Kavanaugh and Kelly keep an eye on the hotel. Kelly proposes that they give Liz a head start when they spot her leaving. As Liz enters the city, they leave their car in the area. Kelly introduces herself as an agent and asks for a meeting. Kelly shows her the casino movie as she gets into the car. Liz is shocked to discover that Cris convinced her to leave Las Vegas. He has the capacity to predict the future by 2 minutes and is a psychopath. Kelly asks for her support. She gives the woman a pill and tells her to put it in Cris' beverage. However, she has 2 minutes to complete it. Liz agrees to their proposal and goes back to her room. While making breakfast, she hides the pill in Cris' drink and waits for him to go into the bathroom to shave. He shows up and enfolds her. He grabs the juice and prepares to gulp it down. Liz, who can't bear for it to happen, stops him and informs him of all that has happened. He answers her question regarding if the rumor about his talent is accurate. He informs her about the event at the casino and then uses his precognitive abilities to predict what will be on television when he switches stations. He tells her that while he was born with it, he has no understanding how it functions. She confronts him over utilizing his talent on her. He tells her that he has seen her before actually meeting her. He waited for her at that cafe for that reason up until she eventually arrived. He tells her that although the police have asked for his aid, he is unable to actually help them. She believes he was able to use more of his abilities when dealing with her, and he asserts that the police are not aware of this. He comes up with a strategy to get them out, but it fails. Because he could not stand the prospect of Kelly dying, he is jailed. To make matters worse, terrorists abduct Liz. Cris is forced to help the FBI, Kelly says him as she drives him to their offices. She has him watch the news and tells him to work as hard as he can to figure out where the nuclear bomb will go off. He sees that Liz has been taken and will be left airing an explosive vest on the roof of a parking lot instead of the bomb. The bombs detonate, killing Liz, as he spots a reporter watching the scene. He explains to Kelly that he cannot work in such a manner and asks her to let him go. She commands a few men to escort him to his cell, but he escapes. He sprints all the way to the parking lot's roof. Kelly approaches him and asks why he's come to this place. He tells her that Liz has been taken prisoner and that they want to kill her. They devise a fresh strategy. He takes a chance and leaves the roof, placing himself in the line of fire of the terrorist sniper. Everything turns out just as it should, and he pretends to be dead as the cops kill the sniper. Kelly claims that since the terrorists now believe Cris is dead, there is a chance for them to profit from this situation. He claims that no matter how many possibilities he considers, Liz will inevitably die in each and every one of them. They must seek out a different approach. He works very hard and looks deeper into the future until the terrorists show up in a white van and take Liz to the building's roof. He finds the license plates and divulges this knowledge. When the police find the van's position, Cris devises yet another strategy. He and the cops must first look through the docks for Liz before they can take her up to the top. He assists the police in navigating the docks, which allows them to successfully take out the majority of the terrorists. Only 3 of them make it, and Liz boards the enormous ship with them. Once more with Cris' help, the police are able to eliminate each criminal one by one and save Liz. Callie asserts that they must still find the nuclear weapon and that they are not yet done. Cris asserts that the device, which is about to detonate, was handled incorrectly. When the bomb detonates, everyone is killed. At the hotel, Cris awakens with Liz in his arms. He places a call to Callie while standing up. He pledges to help her locate the device, but they must prevent Liz from becoming involved. Callie concurs with this. He tells Liz that he must do something vital that he has been putting off and wakes her up. He assures her that he will return when she asks whether he will. He informs us that when we look into the future, it alters while he waits for Callie. He is picked up by Callie in her car, and they both depart together. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Your support would be appreciated. I hope to see you next time.